February is Black History Month, and Virginia Tech has celebrated with several events happening throughout campus.
And Virginia Tech reaches out to students in regards to male issues and undergraduate student senate applications.
Stay tuned to hear all of this and more on this episode of Tech Tonight. Thank you for joining us on Tech Tonight. I'm Elizabeth Hill.
And I'm Josie Sellers. As we conclude February, there have been multiple events on campus that have helped Hokies commemorate Black History Month. Alice Buckley tells us more about how the Virginia Tech community has celebrated.
As we approach the end of February, we wanted to highlight some of the ways Virginia Tech has celebrated Black History Month. This year's Black History Month theme was History and Traditions, Being Black in America, and has included a month-long art exhibit on display in Squires called Celebrate Black Love. Other events have included karaoke and games in the Owens Ballroom, a Black Family Health event hosted by the Virginia Tech Carilion School of Medicine, a Black Excellence Gala, and an African dance workshop series hosted by McComas Gym. Some events have had a more serious tone, such as a conversation about the impacts of violence on Black communities and a Speak Your Word open mic night, both led by the Black Cultural Center in Squires. If you feel like you've missed out, don't worry, because there will be several opportunities to get involved, as events will continue up until the very last day of the month. On Friday the 24th, the Black Cultural Center will host Mama Dip's Southern Dessert Reception, and the Special Collections section at Newman Library will have an open house on Black history. To wrap up the month, on the 28th, the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater will host a discussion in the Haymarket Theater, with a performance in the Moss Art Center to follow. Let's hear from reporter Kendall Hansen, who gives us a look at the Celebrate Black Love art exhibit.
Squire Student Center's Perspective Art Gallery is holding an exhibition surrounding Black love throughout the month until February 26th, celebrating Black History Month and Martin Luther King Week. The exhibit features a variety of works that tell stories surrounding the exhibit's Black love theme, Celebrate. Our Virginia Tech graduate art student tells us more about the exhibit. You can visit the Perspective Art Gallery's Black Love exhibition for free at Squires to view, appreciate, and learn from the works of Timmy Taiwo any day of the week until the exhibit's closing at the end of February. This has been Kendall Hansen with Virginia Tech Television.
This week is Virginia Tech Humanities Week. Between February 20th and 24th, the College of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences will collaborate with the Center for Humanities to host an array of events that will highlight humanities-related accomplishments, not only at Tech but around the world. The week will be kicked off with a workshop on the politics of flamenco, a panel on disability technology, and an author-led book discussion on The Bright Ages, A New History of Medieval Europe. Humanities Week will continue with a luncheon with Robert Newman, the president and director of the National Humanities Center, and the Giovanni Steer Poetry Prize ceremony, which will be hosted by Nikki Giovanni herself and will celebrate the winning poetry of Virginia Tech students. To end the week, Professor May Hay and members of the Campus Indigenous Friendship Garden will host a cooking workshop on indigenous foods and winter wellness. You can find more details about these events and others at liberalarts.vt.edu.
Make an impact at Virginia Tech and truly embody our motto Ut Prosum by running for Undergraduate Student Senate. Established in 2021, the Undergraduate Student Senate aims to serve as approachable advocates and representatives for the student body. Eligible candidates must be enrolled as full-time students at Virginia Tech, be in good academic standing, and have no active sanctions that violate Virginia Tech's Honor Code or Student Code of Conduct. Applications are open until February 28th. For more information regarding the Undergraduate Student Senate and access to the application, visit uss.vt.edu.
An unexpected mailroom backup at Owens has caused frustration for many on-campus students. Owens sent out emails to the students asking them to be patient with them as they attempt to catch back up to meet the demand. However, they also gave ways that students may help speed up this process. This includes picking up packages as soon as possible to make space for others and writing full names and addresses when expecting incoming mail. All questions may be sent to studentpackage@vt.edu and must include the tracking number.
Moss Art Center also hosted Museum Musings on February 16th. Reporter Lindsey Cook brings us to the lecture by graduate students and the opening of the Moss Art Center Spring 2023 galleries.
At Moss Art Center this past Thursday, the Graduate Arts Council hosted Museum Musings. The Graduate Arts Council is a club for students who are dedicated to exploring, supporting, and expanding the arts in and around Virginia Tech. The council also serves as a way for graduate students to welcome ideas and support on their studies. Museum Musings was the first event hosted by the GAC this semester and served as an opportunity for graduate students to share what they have been working on and also a way to discuss current issues in the museum world. Liv Wisniewski, a graduate student studying material culture and public humanities, discussed repatriation of human remains, and more specifically, the repatriation of skulls in the Morton Cranial Collection. The lectures were followed by joining the reception to open the 2023 Spring Galleries at Moss Art Center. This collection is the work of Anne Samad, a Malaysian artist. Her art is created using beads in a way that embodies South Asian weaving techniques. Samad's gallery is open to the public at Moss Art Center from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the weekdays and 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. I'm Lindsey Cook, reporting for Tech Tonight.
At 9 in the morning on Saturday, April 15th, Virginia Tech Recreational Sports will be hosting a run in remembrance to honor the victims of the 2007 campus shooting that killed 32 students and professors. It consists of a 3.2-mile run around campus that may be completed either in person or virtually, starting at Alumni Mall with a moment of silence and ending at the April 16th memorial. T-shirts promoting the run are available to be shipped or picked up in person. Registration is now available to anyone at recsports.vt.edu. We've had some great weather in Blacksburg, but let's hope it stays that way. Meteorologist Nick Powell gives us this week's forecast.
Just 2 weeks ago, Mr. Groundhog said we would have 6 more weeks of winter, but after this past week, you would say not a chance. Here in the NRV area this past week, we've had quite a few warm afternoons, and I hope you took advantage of those afternoons because we can't dismiss Punxsutawney Phil just yet. The warmer, sunny weather from last week is still lingering a bit into Monday, but starting Tuesday, you better grab your umbrella because you guessed it, rain. The rain starts to clear Thursday, and we've got some sun for Friday and Saturday, so if you're planning any outdoor activities, the best for this weekend would be Friday, because we've got some cloud cover coming back in late Saturday, and it's going to be sticking around until Sunday and bringing more rain. Overall, going to be a pretty mellow week, but looks like closer towards the weekend might open up for a nice early spring picnic or bike ride. Temperatures are going to be pretty much the same as it was last week, so the only thing different you'll have to prepare for are the very early April showers. What do you think, Hannah?
Thanks, Nick. I'm feeling pretty optimistic. On Monday, the high will be 53 degrees and the low will be 42 degrees. On Tuesday, the high will be 59 degrees and the low will be 49. On Wednesday, the high will be 56 degrees and the low will be 40. On Thursday, the high will be 56 degrees and the low will be 40 degrees. On Friday, the high will be 50 degrees and the low will be 33 degrees. On Saturday, the high will be 50 degrees and the low will be 37 degrees. And on Sunday, the high will be 48 degrees and the low will be 34. Back to you.
This has been Nick Powell with your weekly forecast for the New River Valley, Blacksburg area. Thanks so much. Back to you in the studio.
What do you think, Elizabeth? Do you think it will stay warm to wrap up February?
I hope so, Josie. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Tech Tonight.
As always, be sure to follow us on social media at VTTV33 and check out some of the other shows with Virginia Tech Television. We'll see you next time.